How's it going, you guys? AZ Plyo 21 back again with another fight card here in our UFC save, and it is UFC Fight Night, Smith versus Santos 2. Got a good card on hand for you guys here tonight. Anthony Smith taking on THIAGO Santos in our main event live from Brazil. Also got Paige Van Zandt on the card, Kelvin Gastelum, Gilbert Burns, Michael McDonald, and our main event Anthony Smith and THIAGO Santos. You can take a look at the prelims if you want to there. We are making our way towards UFC 282, Holloway versus Rodriguez. Two title fights on that card, including Holloway back in action, unifying the featherweight title against Yair Rodriguez, and Vicente Luque taking on Jorge Masvidal, fresh off his win over GSP, and Rory McDonald, I should say. He's on a tear. Also, UFC 283, Super Lightweight Grand Prix, 7 out of the 8 opening round contests for the Super Lightweight Championship, the Grand Prix. That's going to be a pretty exciting one. I'm excited for that one. After this fight card, we have UFC Fight Night Thompson versus Morono. Wonderboy Thompson was expected to fight Warley Alves, but Alves is now injured for a year. So in steps Alex Morono to face off against Wonderboy Thompson. Hope you guys are excited for all of that to come. I'm AZ Plyo 21. As always, leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch so you can watch the live streams. Let's go ahead and get this going. Gluttony says GSP is his favorite to win the tournament. I don't know. I kind of feel like we're going to see a surprise in the tournament. I'm not sure why, but I feel like it's going to end up being a surprise. All right, Michelle Prazer is taking on Clay Guida in our first prelim. And Clay Guida gets a submission via rear naked choke in round number 2. These guys are both old. They could both retire here. And Clay Guida does not retire. Neither does Prazeres. Luigi Vendramini taking on Jonathan Mounier. And Luigi Vendramini, very cool name. He gets the win. Up next, Alberto Mina taking on Bruce Soto. And Bruce Soto beats the 7-year-older Alberto Mina via submission. Luis Gustavo taking on Rafael Nunes in the 155 division, and Luis Gustavo gets the win, the 26-year-old, with a good account of himself here today. Rayoni Barcelos taking on Coms Ekpo. Ekpo 9-2, Barcelos 15-4 in the featherweight division, and Ekpo gets a win via knockout in round number 2. He's now 2-0 in the UFC. Herbert Burns taking on Kron Gracie in the featherweight division. Two Brazilians going at it. And Herbert Burns knocks out Kron Gracie. And I think that's 3 straight losses for Kron. 4. So he's probably going to get sent down to WEC. Very unfortunate for him. Herbert Burns, a good win. Bruno Gustavo da Silva taking on Luis Laurentino in the bantamweight division. And Laurentino TKOs him in round number 1. The 29-year-old, now 37-4. Adriano Moraes taking on Geraldo de Freitas. A lot of Brazilians on this card. And de Freitas gets the win at bantamweight, now 3-2 in the UFC. Wellington Turman taking on Norbert Novenyi Jr. 7-1, taking on 19-3. But Novenyi Jr. gets the win via submission in the very first round. Rodrigo Nascimento taking on Anatoly Malikin. 8-2, taking on 9-1. And Nascimento knocks out Malikin in 30 seconds. He says the finish was perfect. Moving on to our main card. Paige Van Zandt taking on Vanessa Porto in the flyweight division. Paige Van Zandt, of course, in real life, moving on to bare knuckle boxing. She just lost her first fight with bare knuckle boxing. She's lost 4 out of her last 5 contests, so I don't know. She needs a big win here. Vanessa Porto, she's lost 4 out of her last 5, including her last one over Cornelia Holm. And Paige Van Zandt knocks out Vanessa Porto in round 2. Wow. Okay. So a big knockout there for Paige. And she's going to go party. Who wants to party with Paige Van Zandt? I know I do. Kelvin Gastelum taking on Khalid Murtazaliev in the middleweight division. Murtazaliev, number 13 in the middleweight division, coming off quite a win streak. Tim Kennedy on his losing record, but that ended up being a no contest. Kelvin Gastelum, number 12 in the division, coming off a loss to Jacare Sosa. And Kelvin Gastelum knocks out Murtazaliev with the head kick in round number 1. You gotta love it. Kelvin Gastelum back in the winning column. Bekzad Abdurakhmanov taking on Rustam Kabilov. The Russian and the Uzbeki fighter going at it. Abdurakhmanov still undefeated. And his winning streak ends here. Rustam Kabilov improves to 28-7 and gives Bekzad his first loss of his career. Gilbert Burns taking on Ismail Nardiev in the 175 division. Nardiev is the favorite here. 4-3 here in the UFC. Wins over Leonardo Santos and Takashi Sato in his last times out. And he gets a knockout over Gilbert Burns in round number 1. So Nardiev, it's now a 3-fight winning streak. He's won 5 out of his last 6 now. He's having a good time. Ronnie Yahya taking on Michael Mayday McDonald in our co-main event. Michael McDonald, number 14 in the bantamweight division. Look at that win streak, everybody. Takes on Ronnie Yahya, number 12 in the division, coming off a big win over Frankie Edgar. And Michael Mayday McDonald knocks out Ronnie Yahya. As we move on to our main event of the evening, in the light heavyweight division, Anthony Lionheart Smith taking on THIAGO Marreta Santos. Should be a good one in the light heavyweight division. Santos, number 7 in the division, coming off a win over Volkan Ozdemir. Anthony Smith, number 14 in the division, coming off a win over Alexander Gustafsson. But before that, we'll call them quality losses against Ozdemir and Ion Cuchalaba. It's our main event of the evening. Let's get it going. Herb Dean is our referee. Santos in front of a home crowd is jazzed up. Santos will win by knockout in round 3, says Gluttony. I'm feeling like a Santos knockout too. Spin kick. Goes for a takedown. Santos gets the takedown, interestingly. Smith going for an arm. Santos defends it. Stalemate, and they get stood up. It looks like it's going to be a boring round 1. Smith took the first round, apparently. Uh-oh. Vicious right cross. Oh, no. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean calls a stop to this contest at 15 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout, Anthony Lionheart Smith. Anthony Smith knocks out THIAGO Santos. What's that about? That's crazy. He wants to fight Jan Blachowicz. Hey, that's a fight that we can probably make happen. Let's see who we give this out to. No great fights on here. Go and give this to Soto and Mina. Performance bonus for McDonald. Performance bonus for Nacimiento. Nice little profit, not like it matters too much. As always, folks, we're going to update our rankings, take a look at our emails, and then we will look forward to our next fight card. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'm starting to release these episodes a little more staggered, you know. I got used to releasing an episode a day, and well, that's cool, and I enjoy the thought of being able to, you know, get you guys videos every single day. I really want to encourage you guys to follow me on Twitch, so that way you guys can watch my live streams, because what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start streaming a little bit less, and I'm going to just kind of like do mega recording sessions. And then these videos that I upload, they're going to be staggered. So only around every 2 or 3 days, there's going to be an episode. And I'm going to do that mainly so I can prolong the series, just so it stays relevant. And the analytics of the videos, when I leave a video up and I kind of just leave it there to be seen by everybody, it gets more views rather than just releasing a video every single day. I hope that makes sense to you guys. But again, I do encourage you guys to follow me on Twitch, so that way you guys can stay right up to date with everything that's going on. You can watch a live stream, see what's going on, get involved in the chat. We have a lot of good guys up in here like TJ Hockey, Calm Ferret 69, RBM, Gluttony, all a bunch of great guys. And hope that you guys can follow me and be a part of our little crew that we got going on. I also do this thing where if you want, you can create your own character inside the game universe, and we can see how you do as time goes on. We've already done it with some of the guys in the chat, and I think it's a pretty cool idea. But yeah, as always, I appreciate you guys. Be sure to leave a like and a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys are enjoying about the series. And I'm gonna leave a question for you guys to answer. What was the very first UFC fight that you ever watched? Calm Ferret says he loves the shout out. What was the very first UFC fight you ever watched, or that you remember watching? So leave a comment down below and let me know what your first UFC fight was that you ever watched. Parker Pelaya, what's up, my guy? Finally catching a stream. But yeah, for mine, my first UFC fight that I ever remember watching was Chuck Liddell versus Rampage Jackson, and that was in around 2007. So that was a long time ago, and I didn't really fall in love with the UFC or MMA until like 2010. Post-fight retirement for Frankie Edgar. Oh no. He beat Hunter Azure and then retired. Can we talk him out of retirement? We can. So here's the thing. He got a win in WEC, and he's coming out of retirement. I'm going to just keep him in the UFC, because at least we know now that he's going to be retiring soon. So we're going to keep Frankie Edgar. Calm Ferret says Griffin versus Bonner, the Ultimate Fighter, the final. That's a pretty awesome fight for your first fight. How did you even come across it? Was it just on TV, or did you watch it on YouTube or something? Let's go and update our rankings. Nothing going on at heavyweight. Anthony Smith, number 7 at light heavyweight now. At middleweight, Gastelum moves up to number 10. Murtazaliev down to 17. At welterweight, Nardiev is number 4 now. Now, this is obviously because everyone that would normally be in the rankings is currently in the tournament. So we have to keep that in mind. So Nardiev isn't really number 4 in the welterweight division. He's more like number 9 or 10. Because if Wonder Boy wins his next fight, he's fighting for the title. Anything else? No, not really. Some people move up at lightweight. Nice. Nothing at featherweight. Bantamweight, Michael McDonald moves up to number 6. Okay. Okay. So Michael McDonald in the top 10 and making moves for sure. Yaya moving down to number 16. Nothing at flyweight. Bantamweight. Paige Van Zandt moving up to number 17. Samara Santos, who we brought up from Invicta, is in at number 24. At strawweight, Reina Kubota, who we just brought up from Invicta, the Invicta champion at strawweight, in at number 14. Love to see it. I love it. I love Invicta. I love WEC for this reason. Able to get these guys and girls up here with already some experience, some popularity behind them, a little bit of momentum too. Love it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our emails now. Luis Gustavo, 1-1 in the UFC. We'll go ahead and keep them, or keep him, I should say. Paige Van Zandt contract renewal. Definitely going to keep her. Calm Ferret says Borg versus McDonald. That was your first fight ever that you watched? How did you come across it? My dad used to watch UFC when I was younger, and my whole family usually watches boxing all together. Oh, that's cool. That's a good story. Yeah, my dad used to watch boxing a lot, so I would watch all the big boxing fights. But it wasn't like we were super duper into boxing, you know? Basically, we're Mexican, you know, so we would always watch like the Julio Cesar Chavez fights or the De La Hoya fights, you know? But it wasn't like I was super duper hardcore boxing fan or anything like that. But I just came to love MMA a little bit more, you know? Just there's multiple aspects behind it, you know? I ended up falling in love. It is what it is. Khalid Taha. Khalid Taha. Hannah Cyphers can be sent down now. Herbert Burns needs to be renewed. Absolutely. 4-1. Absolutely. Sean O'Malley needs to be renewed. We're definitely going to catch some flack because he's on drug suspension, but we are going to re-sign him. Guan Wong. He's already got a fight scheduled. That's okay. Kelvin Gastelum needs to be re-signed. Absolutely. Of course, we're bringing Kelvin back. Ronnie Yaya needs to be re-signed. We'll bring him back as well. That looks good. Barcelos. Oof. 4-fight losing streak? That's tough. 35 years old? Really not even worth sending him down to WEC. So we're just going to cut him. Because it's not like he's a prospect, you know, that just needs seasoning. Alberto Mina, yeah, we'll keep him around. And okay. Sounds good. So that's going to do it for this episode. I'm AZ Plyo 21. The next time I see you guys will be for UFC Fight Night Wonder Boy versus Morono. Stay tuned. UFC 282 Holloway versus Rodriguez. And honestly, in my opinion, more important, UFC 283 Super Lightweight Grand Prix. It should be fun. I'm AZ Plyo 21. You guys have a good rest of your day.